Hi everybody, it's Crystal here for Talk to Me Tuesday. It's been a while again, so I have a few things to show you. I mean, kind of a lot, but kind of not. I don't know. I've done a lot of sewing, but it's not always things that are that easy to show. So I've been working a lot on this project, which some of you might remember. It's at least a year old, and it was a quilt-along called the Comfort Quilt-along, because the quilt that it makes is called the Comfort Quilt. It's a quilt from this book by Amy Ellis, and I'm making a bigger version of it than what's in the book, but that's kind of what it looks like. So my one will just have some more rows in and around of these plus symbols, but I finally got all of the pieces sewn, and there's thousands in this one, so it just, I mean, it took forever. I have all the strips made now. I just need to actually sew all the strips together, and then I'll have a top done for that. So there's that one. I have done bee blocks, which actually I did in July and are now like 2 weeks overdue. Oops. So those were these heart blocks, which is kind of a heart log cabin-ish thing. I'm not wild about them, but I'm not wild about heart-shaped things, so I know I've talked about that in the past, which I know lots of people like them. It's just not for me. And then this was my other bee block, also for July. One of the hardest blocks I think I've ever made. I hate making them. These ones actually came together pretty good, but ugh, they're just so much work. I can see why anybody would choose it for a bee block, because how nice to have other people do most of the work for you, because they're terrible. Yeah, so there's kind of been those. I feel like there must be other things that I've sewn. I can't remember if I talked about... Actually, I know I talked about this. So this was the Bad Girl Quilt along. I've started making my rows, but I haven't finished them all because I got distracted by other things. But this is kind of what this one looks like. I don't know. I have all the blocks done, so really I should just be piecing it and be done, you know, get the piecing done and stop letting it linger on the floor like it's been doing, but I don't know. I haven't been in the mood for it, so it's just lingering on the floor. I did finish a all-people quilt for the all-people quilt resolutions. I'm quite a few months behind, but I got another one done off my list. So I finished 3 of them so far out of, I mean, we're in month 8, so I should be on my 8th project, but I finished 3, which frankly for me is pretty good. So this is the most recent finish. I don't know how much of this will show. It's just like a little baby-sized quilt. If you search Hipster Cat and Schwinn, you'll find a free pattern for it. I think she also has a pay pattern. This one was a free version that she's since updated, but I had the old one, so I just kind of did the old one. I wish I had somebody to give this to, because I think it's so cute, but oh well. It's kind of in my pile of quilts to be donated for the time being. And then my most recent finish is for an old coworker friend who is having a baby in September. I'm not actually very clear on when she's due, but anyway, I made this quilt for her. This is kind of the quick and easy pattern I've been working with lately, which is basically just you use, what do you use? You use a charm pack, so you use 40 squares of a charm pack, and then enough fabric to make whatever you use for your borders. And then this is the back. I think the backing is really pretty. Love that print with the birds. And then this one I didn't free motion quilt, I did straight. I used a walking foot. I have a book here somewhere, but I don't know where it is. I think I'm going to knock something down. So I use patterns out of this book called Walking Foot Quilting Designs. So I did one called Bevel, which is in the middle, and then one called Gem, which is in the border. My borders did not turn out quite as good as I would have hoped, but overall I'm really happy with it. And I've washed it, and I think washing kind of washes away a lot of sins when it comes to quilting, so yeah. Yeah, I'm just happy with it. So now I have to actually get a hold of her, because we don't work together anymore. We worked together a couple of stores ago, and then we go out for coffee or dinner once in a while, but like, you know, the twice a year kind of once in a while, so not very often, but I like her, and it's her first baby, and it's exciting, so, you know, baby quilt. I guess that's it from me. I feel like I really should have more to talk about than this, but that's it. Hopefully I'll be back in September. And, yeah, take care, everybody. Bye.